The Thunder are on a roll and Kevin Durant is the Lightning. We'll talk about how the offense has found a rhythm on the road.
But Durant jumps inside. Don't do it. Oh, yes, he did.
We'll show you how the players put Oklahoma's finest to the test.
Now I know where I need to work on my weaknesses, and obviously it's jump shots.
And a special military appreciation night at Chesapeake Arena. It's all coming your way starting right now on Thunder Insider. Welcome to another edition of Thunder Insider, and thanks for joining us. I'm Leslie McCaslin, joined by Brian Davis and Grant Long to get this show started. Another incredible month for the Thunder on both sides of the court. Defensively, they've been solid all year, though it seems like offensively they have really found a rhythm. They've been more efficient in several ways, finding different ways to score. And Grant, one of the things we've noticed is that they're getting to the free throw line more as well. 20% of their points coming from the free throw line. What have you noticed?
I think it's a byproduct of good offense, first of all, Leslie. I think the way that they move the basketball is going to generate higher percentage shots. You don't see guys get to the free throw line by taking jump shots. It just doesn't happen. That's the first rule of thumb that a coach will teach you: don't foul jump shooters. So you're not going to make your way to the free throw line if you're shooting a lot of jump shots. Well, the Thunder, they seem to have a knack for getting and playing in the paint. As of late, they're really doing a great job of producing points in the paint. When you play that close to the basket, you're playing in a crowded area that's going to generate more foul opportunities.
They're also taking advantage of other teams' mistakes, and Brian, getting a lot more points off turnover since the first of the year.
It's a classic example of the Thunder's philosophy, which is to generate its offense off of its defense, either forcing turnovers or getting stops at the defensive end. The Thunder, I think, has done a magnificent job, especially bowling up its defense in the paint, denying, making guys take tougher shots, making them miss more shots, and then turning that around. And I think it's a testimony, guys, to the Thunder's young legs and also just sort of their buy-in of what Scott Brooks and his staff are trying to preach. This team, on the second night of back-to-backs, these are the nights when you're supposed to be tired, right? On the second night of back-to-backs, the Thunder is averaging nearly 20 fast break points a game.
I think it's a clear indication, too. We always talk about the team's length, and I think it's a clear display of it when they're able to get out into those passing lanes and force those turnovers.
The other thing is the assist numbers up and the ball is moving better, but these players are also getting better at creating their own shots. In fact, they're third in the NBA in percentage of unassisted field goals in the month of January. Serge Ibaka talked a lot about that coming into the season. He wanted to create his own shot, but how much of that is also the younger players figuring that out?
Well, I think when you have everybody on the same page, first of all, it's going to yield a better opportunity for everybody to score. And I think when you talk about creating your own shots, you have to have players who are good enough to do those things. Kevin Durant is certainly one of the best one-on-one players to create his own shot. But then Serge Ibaka, as he continues to develop, when he catches the ball on that low block area, now he can drive the ball hard to the basket. Guys are going to step away offensively and give him that space to operate now so he can create his own shot going to the basket. That's going to create an opportunity to get to the free throw line. So Jeremy Lamb working in that two-man game with Collison, those guys are creating shots even in that scenario. So I think everybody's on board with it.
You know who doesn't get a lot of contact, and he doesn't get to the free throw line very much, but he's become really, really good at creating his own shot, is Reggie Jackson. But I want to go back to Ibaka for just a second, because he and Durant have figured out how to play together, and it's a different brand of basketball than Serge plays so beautifully with Russell Westbrook. But at the same time, I think that maybe Serge has taken a page off of Durant's book and has learned to be more aggressive and force the issue down low.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Kevin Durant, his streak of these games, and he's had 30 points or more, is just insane. Another triple-double already this year. We talk all the time about how good Kevin is, but how is he affecting, it seems like, everybody on the team? He is raising the level of the team as a whole.
It's hard not to be a fan. Even when you're sitting there doing the game, it's hard not to be a fan and watch Kevin Durant do what he does. But I like the fact that he's bringing a lot more energy on the floor. He's getting guys excited. He's getting pumped up while he's playing, and that kind of energy becomes contagious on the defensive end of the floor where the Thunder need it the most. And I think when you see Kevin continue to grow and develop as a player, you see his vocal leadership coming through. You see him on the floor. One big key, no more technicals. Last year he got a host of technicals. This year it's way, way down. under control, being a great leader on this team.
Something else about Kevin, and I was fortunate, maybe I'm dating myself, but I guess it is what it is, but I was fortunate enough to cover Michael Jordan for most of his career in Chicago. And Kevin right now, guys, is getting what he wants. Different kind of game than Jordan's. But right now, just like Michael used to, Kevin is pretty much getting everything he wants when he wants to get it. In a 16-game stretch where he scored 30 or more 14 times, Kevin was averaging 36 points a game on just 22 shots. You want to talk efficient? That's efficient.
I think fans are probably embracing this time right now and this experience of getting to watch Kevin Durant play, because I know all three of us definitely are. Well, there are definitely Thunder fans, too, who are willing to come from all over to watch their team play. Recently, one brave dad and his son drove all the way from Nebraska and back to watch the Thunder play, just all in one day's work. That's dedication.
It's their first Thunder game. It's Logan's birthday celebration, and they're driving back to Laurel tonight.
That's all I wanted, to go to a Thunder game. Been in the works for about 2 years, but it's been hard to get tickets from up there and make our dates work, and this one works. Laurel, Nebraska, it's just about 580 miles and took a little over 8 hours to get here.
It was a long drive. I slept half the way, so.
We have to turn right back around. He's got to play at, he's got to be there at 9:30 in the morning to play basketball. This experience has been awesome. I mean, the environment, the people, it's been great.
I like how they're good to their fans, and I don't know, I just like them. They stand out.
Oh, he's been excited, and the look on his face is just he's in awe with everything. He don't really know what to expect next.
Best birthday present I've ever had.
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
That's what part of having a good, deep team is about. So each guy is stepping up and giving us good minutes each game, and that's what we need.